Man, y'all know the face, y'all know the name. Y'all tuned into the World's Realest Podcast, Talk HE Podcast. Also by yours truly, Mr. It's a Movie Theater Real Talk. And in traditional Talk HE fashion, I do not introduce my guests. I feel like I don't do the greatest job of introducing my guests. So, guests, please introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm a simple man with a simple life. I'm Z Who Eats, man. Just super glad to be on this podcast, man. I'm excited.
So, I guess my first question is, Z, what do you do? And why did I first think that Z Who Eats was the only fair name?
Well, hold up now. Look, there's a lot of things. Here's the worst part, right? Because my what's it called? My brand is called the BUNZ Squad.
Oh,
so
man,
that
freaky.
doesn't help. All right, that don't help. Okay, so I eat food, bro. That's all I eat. I don't, don't go ahead and start exploring other things. I eat food, man. That's all I do. I'm a simple man with a simple life. What I just say, man.
Okay, so what's the BUNZ Squad? Like, why you? Where that come from?
So BUNZ Squad is something I made up in middle school. So my friends would always tell me I'm buns, which means you're trash, right? So I created the BUNZ Squad. So the original slogan for the BUNZ Squad was "We thrive under pressure," and I made a shirt of that. I had, "We thrive under pressure" on the back. But once I started doing my food channel, I thought it was perfect. BUNZ Squad, burger buns, and then go ahead and incorporate all that. And now my slogan is "To good food and good vibes." So it just kind of worked hand in hand. It worked perfect. I didn't expect it to be this, to be honest. But the fact that I made it in middle school and it just happens to work with the food channel that I do, I mean, it just went hand in hand. It was just a perfect situation. I know a lot of people, they hear BUNZ Squad and they start questioning a lot of things. But look, I stand for what I stand for. There's a reason I got a burger on my shirt and not some cheeks. All right.
I feel that. So how did you get into food blogging?
Man, I love food. I eat food all the time. Right. So I used to do food reviews back in the day, but I would do it on my Snapchat, just take pictures of food and then post it, let people see it, and people ask me, hey, where'd you get that? Like, where you going? So I love trying out new foods and new cuisines, and I just never been in a position to where I can try out new foods because I'm not getting, there's nothing beneficial for me in there other than tasting new food. So now being a food channel, I have an excuse to try out foods, right? And I don't feel guilty about it. I don't feel like, man, I got to spend an extra $5 on here or $10 here. I feel fine because I'm doing it for the people. So, and also it helps expand my palate at the same time. So I just genuinely, from the bottom of my soul, I enjoy it. It's something I've been doing since middle school, but I just recently started posting content about it to make it like for real.
And what made you want to get into it? Like, I know you have a passion for food, but what about food makes you really want to like try new cuisines and just be this person who's like an influencer in the food space?
So one thing about me is, man, I got a very unique story, right? So coming from like a Muslim household, we're pretty much catered to only certain types of food. So I've never gotten to eat different type of food. So once I started doing things my own way, I went ahead and tried out different things. Like I tried out, the first thing I ever ate that I wasn't quote unquote supposed to, that's not like halal stuff, is In-N-Out. And I had that and I was like, dang, okay, cool. So now I want to try out more things, different type of burgers, different type of tacos and all that stuff. So I was always pretty much compacted and like I wasn't able to try out foods that I wanted to. And so now that I'm kind of on my own journey, on my own path, I feel like it's just God's plan. I mean, it just worked out perfectly. I like food. I want to try out different things. I never got the opportunity to, so I'm like very late compared to other people. Most people, they have all these different types of foods that they try out before they're like 15, 18 or something. I just got started to trying out these kind of foods, so I'm new to the game. Everything I've had, most people have already had, but it's new to me. So it's just something that I never had an opportunity to back in the day, but now I get an opportunity, and instead of eating at home all the time, I can go out and explore other things instead of eating the same 4 or 5 things every single day.
Understandable. What was the first food that you tried that was like, wow, this is amazing?
Ooh, man, birria tacos.
Birria tacos go
Bro,
crazy.
I the fact that they look so good, and then I had them, and the first time I had them, I'm like, this can be better. And I just went exploring. Like, this is back in my Snapchat days. Every time I just go to a different place with Birria Tacos, post a picture. And finally I found a place. It was in downtown Fort Worth. And I said, dang, this is amazing.
So what places is this? We out here, we might have to try that before we go. What place has the best Birria Tacos out here?
The best one was not the one in downtown, because that was the best one I had at the time.
Okay.
There's a place in Watauga, I believe. It's called Taco Vita. They started off as a food truck, and we used to go to that food truck all the time, and we just eat at the top of the car, right? And because it's Birria Tacos, it's consomme, you don't want it to go everywhere, right? But now they've done such a great job. They've actually opened a physical location, and still the best Birria Tacos I've had. It's seasoned. They stuff it up with a lot of meat. The consomme is pretty solid, and just good job for them for making it a physical location, because they 100% deserve it with the amount of effort and food the quality that they put out. It's really good.
I ain't gonna lie, I love Birria Tacos, and I felt like Birria Tacos just kind of got popular recently.
Yeah.
Like within the last 5 years.
Yeah.
And that consomme goes crazy, bro. I'll be eating that with rice sometimes. Like
you can eat that with anything.
Yes, bro.
Dip it in anything.
And then sometimes they have a little piece of meat at the bottom.
Yes, bro. If they don't have like shredded meat inside the consomme, I don't consider it real.
I feel that.
I don't want. Sometimes people, they'll just have like the oil, right? And it doesn't taste good. It just ruins the whole flavor. But if the consomme is seasoned properly and it's got just chunks and bits of meat, bro, I'm picking that up with a spoon and I'm just drinking it like a soup.
Yeah.
It's so good.
And have you had the Birria noodles with the noodles?
Yeah, I had it at the Taco Vita place. That was the first time I had it. I was not a fan. I didn't like it. I just think that it's a very basic concept, but maybe I just didn't have it at the right place. But it was extremely like oily. I think the consomme that they gave me with the birria tacos and the noodles was different. I'm not sure why, but maybe I do need to try it again more often.
Have you ever had ceviche?
Never had ceviche.
Ceviche goes crazy, bro. Ceviche is basically they either have fish ceviche or shrimp ceviche.
Mm-hmm.
And it's basically like cilantro, avocado sometimes, depending on how you make it and where you get it, because it's like Peruvian and it's different, and Mexican ceviche, but it's basically like cooking shrimp and lime juice.
Yeah, here's the thing, right? Like I said, I'm still new to the food scene, right? So a lot of seafood I haven't had. I haven't had crab, I haven't had lobster, I haven't had the ceviche, I haven't had like
oysters.
I've never had oyster. That's the one thing I'm really nervous about trying, but I feel like I have to try it because it's something that it's a hit or miss for a lot of people, and it's sliding down my throat, pause, and I don't know if I like that, man. I don't know, man. It makes me nervous.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, oysters go crazy.
Do they?
The oysters go crazy, especially if you gonna get some oysters. Get the char grilled oysters from Louisiana, like New Orleans. Oysters go crazy, and then raw oysters is dope too. The thing with raw oysters, you gotta actually dress them. So when you dress them, you put like a little lime juice on there, depending on how you like them. If you like it spicy or not too spicy, harsh or not too harsh, you add like lime juice, horseradish, and a little hot sauce.
So, what do you recommend for someone that's first trying oysters? Like, because I know there's different ones. You said
there's raw, and then there's char grilled, and then there's different type of oysters, like East Coast oyster, East Bay oysters, West Coast oysters. There's different type of oysters. I would say if it was me, I would say try the char grilled oysters first.
Okay, and is that something that you chew, or not?
Nah.
Oh man.
You slurp it. Pause.
Oh man.
It's freaky. I know this conversation is real freaky. And then the thing with oysters, they say it's a natural aphrodisiac, so it gets people horny.
Well, that's a fun fact I ain't know about.
Yeah, so I would say go get your char grilled oysters. That's my go-to. That's what I would recommend.
Mm-hmm.
But I love oysters. I think oysters are amazing, and you meet some really dope people who eat oysters.
Isn't oysters like it's more of a luxurious thing, right? That's rich people stuff.
I mean, yes and no, because I feel like I've found a lot of great dollar oysters, or you can eat oyster bars.
Oh.
So if you get you a dollar oyster spot, that's like, you get 24 oysters for $24, and now you chilling, you vibing.
That's
vibing,
a really good deal. So you just taking oysters to the head.
Enjoying the oysters.
So you don't eat nothing else but oysters. You said oyster buffet, so there's nothing else but just an assortment of oysters.
So when I go to the oyster spot, I'm just eating oysters. Oysters and bread.
See, that's freaky. That's freaky. That's crazy.
I mean, oysters go crazy, bro. It tastes great, bro. It's refreshing. You add, like I said, depending on how you dress it up, you add your little lemon juice, a little hot sauce, a little horseradish. Yeah, bro, it goes crazy, bro.
So where's the best ones that you've had? Is it Louisiana? Is it in the Bay, like Cali, or?
So char grilled oysters, I would say the best ones is definitely Louisiana. The East Coast oysters, I heard Maine has really good oysters, like Maine. New York obviously has some good oysters, like they get them real fresh as well. So it really depends. I haven't had the West Coast oysters yet. I want to try that, definitely. There's a place in Jersey that has all different kind of oysters. And I'm going to reach out to my homegirl and see if we can go, because I think that's going to go crazy.
That would be nice. But you're from New York.
Yeah, I am.
I got something to tell you.
What's up?
I hate New York.
Why?
Bro, the people there are so rude, disrespectful, they're impatient. I'm used to Southern hospitality. I've been in Texas for too long. So going up to New York for the first time when I went, I can say I will likely not be going again unless it's for an occasion.
I would say this. New York people are not mean, rude, or all that. We just have stuff to do. Like, you got to think, like, folks in the South really could just stay in the house all day and chill, and that's it. In New York, that's like taboo. Like, we out here trying to get it.
Y'all on the go.
Always.
So when I go to a restaurant and the service, they're literally asking me, like, in Texas, they're like, hey, my name is blah, blah, blah. How may I help you? Like, what were you looking for? What do you recommend and all that stuff. In New York, what do you want? What do you want? I said, dang, man, come on. Can I get a water at least?
I mean, I feel like they give out, it depends where you go. Like, certain restaurants are traditionally known for being a little rude, but it's also because, like, everyone who usually goes to those restaurants go there knowing what they want. They're not like, in New York, a lot of people not really for the chit chat and the small talk.
Right, exactly. I like that about New York because I'm not a big chit chat person, but also, make a small conversation every now and then, but New York is not having any of that.
It depends where you go and what kind of food. So, like, when you went to New York, what kind of food places were you going to?
Oh, yeah. I got a story for you.
Okay.
So I went with my family. I don't know how long ago this was, like 2017 or something. I went to New York for the first time with my family. Man, I told my dad, I was like, we in New York. We want some New York pizza. Right?
Yeah.
So that's, you go to New York, that's what they're known for is pizza. This man, and I kid you not, this man's like, all right, bet, let's go. We get in the car. Bro, tell me why he took us to Pizza Hut. He said, you want pizza in New York? I said, no, I want New York pizza. That man took us to Pizza Hut, and we ate Pizza Hut in New York. I did not get to experience a single slice of New York pizza, and for that reason alone, I will be going back to New York. It will be a short stay, most likely, because I can't, bro, as soon as you leave the airport, all I hear is honking. I can't deal with noise. I like my peace. I like my quiet. It's nothing but honking, people yelling. I don't understand what's going on. We had a walk to the movie theater. It's just a bunch of people just going crazy. Like, I don't know what it is over there. Y'all too crazy. Y'all really do be on the go, and I respect the hustle and the grind, and it's a perfect place for the people that are constantly on the move, that don't have any time for BS. But man, it's just too much for them, and it's loud 24/7.
I would say this depends on where you stay. Like, if you're staying in like Manhattan or Brooklyn and certain parts like the Bronx or certain parts of Queens, yes. But where I'm at in New York, I'm in Staten Island. Staten Island is quiet after 9. Where I stay anyway. It's like really quiet after like 9 p.m. So for me, like, I get that. Staten Island is like a borough that's kind of outside of the city. So you don't really have to deal with all like the complete like ruckus of living in New York.
Right.
But I feel you on that. Like, the Pizza Hut in New York, I'm never doing that. Like,
Bro, I don't understand what was going through his head when we said we wanted pizza in New York. He said, let's go to Pizza Hut. It's technically pizza in New York. I'm like, come on.
nah.
I thought he was trolling. Man, we got in there and took 2 large pizzas, man. What's going on?
Yeah, he ain't do y'all right.
No, absolutely not, man. What do you recommend? If it's whenever I go back to New York, what am I getting? What do they know? Like pizza? Is it something else? What's going on?
All right, so if I'm going to New York for the first time and I want to get some food, I'm getting Italian food. I don't think I'm just doing a pizza solely. I'm doing Italian food.
I didn't expect that.
Because Italian food in New York, especially where I'm from, Staten Island, really goes crazy. Like you get you a chicken franchise, you get you a penne vodka, you could get you maybe something with pesto, something along the lines of that. I feel like Italian food goes crazy, so I'm doing that. Obviously Caribbean food in Brooklyn. Gotta do Caribbean food in Brooklyn. Rasta pasta, oxtail, red snapper if you're into fish.
How is the seafood over there compared to like I know I'm in Fort Worth, right? So we don't really have the freshest of the fresh seafood. Is New York have like more fresh? Is it good for seafood, or is it something that you pass on?
Nah, New York seafood goes crazy.
Okay.
I feel like New York is a place where if you want anything at any given moment throughout the day, you can get it. So like, if you want like a deli sandwich, it's gonna probably cost you like $8 to $10 for a big ass sandwich. And you can get chips, you get a pasta on the side, you can get French fries. Like, bro, New York is just we just have so much access to things at any time that makes it dope. Like yesterday, we went to get tacos from one of the spots out in Fort Worth at 2 a.m. and we was really like thinking like, yo, what are we gonna eat at 2 a.m. in New York? If you're really hungry, go to the deli. You could get waffles, you could get pancakes, you could get all these different foods at 2 a.m. for like a good price at that. Like for $20 in New York, you could really get a juice, a food.
So is everything in New York like open, like 24/7?
And not everything, but most things, yeah.
That's crazy. See, we don't have that here in Texas. Everything closes at like 9.
Yeah, that's one of my things. That's one of my gripes with Texas. Like I'm contemplating moving out here, but I'm just like, I don't know. Because like I'm so used to having what I want when I want it, and moving how I want to move because I want to move that way.
Right.
That I don't know if Texas can give me that.
The only thing that are open like 24/7 is like Whataburger.
No, I'm not talking about
Jack in the Box. Like it's only fast food stuff. There's no like actual food that's open 24/7.
We gotta put you on to our new taco spot, the new burrito spot we went to yesterday. I think you're gonna like it, bro.
I'm down for bro. Tacos are my favorite food. I love tacos. You can put anything in the taco, and I'm going to enjoy it.
Okay.
I'm going to enjoy it. So I'm very much looking forward to some tacos. What about Texas stands out compared to New York? Because you said you wanted to kind of think about moving here. Like, what do you like about Texas?
I like the people.
The people. Oh yeah.
I like the people. I think the people are pretty cool. But specifically, I like the weather.
What?
I like the weather. It's not like, because New York was humid. Like Texas is like hot, but it's not like steaming hot. New York, when it gets hot, bro, you gonna sweat. Like you're going to sweat. Like out here, it can be 90 degrees and it's like, okay, like it's a little hot, but you're not sweating. New York, when it hit like 8, boy, I'm out here, I don't be sweating. When it hit 80, it's humid, it's moist, and it's dry at the same time, and you gonna sweat. It's nasty, bro. So I think the weather for me is what I like about Texas. And besides that, like I'm still learning more about Texas. Like I think obviously like income tax, not paying taxes on like,
yeah,
I think that's a real big sign as well. But besides that, like Texas is cool. It's chill.
A lot of people moving here, man. So you got to go ahead and get ready if you want to come down, because things are getting a lot more expensive here as well. And we're starting. I don't like it. I don't like it, man. Everyone's moving here for obvious reasons, kind of like everything that you just stated. But yeah, everything is starting to get more and more expensive as the days go, and apartments even, like compared to New York, I'm sure everything is like super cheap here. But I don't know how it is Staten Island compared to...
I mean, New York is New York. You're going to spend a bag regardless. But what I would say is like, I feel like for people who are native New Yorkers, like anybody who's a native of any place, you know how to finesse it. Like if you are a native New Yorker, you know where to go that you don't have to spend a bag on food. You know where to go where you don't have to spend a bag on clothes. Like you know where to go, or you have relationships that you could be able to finesse certain things, so you don't have to really deal with just the hassle of just being a tourist in the place. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
Because like tourists in New York really get hustled, bro. I be feeling bad for y'all.
Yeah, it's weird, man. I mean, New York is a nice place, and I feel like, do you think more people are moving to or out of New York?
Moving out, but people are moving in too.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's pretty even, honestly, because everyone likes New York, and I don't understand the hype, but I need to go visit again.
I would say New York as a young adult is lit. Like it's the day parties. Like it's legit the fact that you have access to anything you want at any moment. Like let's say you woke up in the morning like, you know what, I want a bacon, egg, and cheese. I want boba tea. I want sushi for lunch. I want oysters for dinner. And then late night snack, I want crumble cookie and a red velvet cake. You can get all of that.
That's crazy.
Like no questions asked. Like there's a place for all that, and it'll be available to you in a span of like 20 minutes, the longest.
See, that's impressive. I like that a lot because I stay up a lot late night, and when I'm looking at food to order, I got no options.
Yeah. It's tough out here. After 12, it's really like nothing to eat out here.
Exactly.
Yeah, nah, New York. If I'm really hungry for real, like we went to a party on Sunday, like last Sunday. We got back at like 4 a.m. We went to the deli, got a salami and cheese with pickles, tomatoes, onions, mustard, and
right, fresh tomato as well. Fresh to order. Oh,
yeah,
man, Texas could never.
Yeah, with a little charcuterie bowl and shrimp.
Wow.
All on $20.
Wow. See, I think that's the one thing about New York that's really cool. You can find a lot of cheap food. Like, a lot of cheap food.
Immaculate Eats, bro. I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah. I follow this guy, I forgot. New York City Foodie, I think. I forgot exactly what his name is, but he goes and tries all these stalls. Like, you guys have a lot of stalls and, like, food trucks and all that kind of stuff. Like, in Fort Worth, there's none of that. You see a food truck every now and then, and it's typically the same stuff. But like New York, you can get a lot of variety for food trucks. It's ridiculous.
So is there a difference between food in Fort Worth and the food in Dallas?
I don't really go to Dallas too often. I do think that the food in Dallas is way better when I've had food in Dallas. I think Fort Worth, how do I say this? It's not too big of a culture variety, we'll say.
Like mostly people here are Mexican.
Yeah, it's almost the same kind of culture. Like you get a lot of white people, you get a lot of Hispanic people. Dallas, you have a little bit more culture, and I think Houston, I've never been, but everyone says Houston's culture is ridiculous. Like they have all types of people and all types of food, and real authentic Jamaican food and real authentic African food and all different authentic stuff. And we really don't have that in Fort Worth too often. You might get a place and then the next closest place is another 40, 50 miles. Like, it's not really common to have those kind of authentic stuff. Mm-hmm. So I need, like, mom and pop shop stuff, not, Sally selling me something. I want different varieties.
Yeah, I feel like you gotta move, bro. Like, you ain't gonna get that.
Yeah.
In Dallas, in Fort Worth, for real.
Right. I 100% agree. And that's one of the things is I want to take a little vacation to Houston because everyone says it's really good. Keith Lee says it's good. And so a lot of people have been going there. And my friend Ivan, he goes there quite often. And he's just sending me videos and pictures of food. I'm like, golly, like this is stuff we will never find here. Mm-hmm. Like we'll have food halls. And that's like in like downtown, but it's like I said, it's almost the same type of food that you'll get. Whereas he sent me a food hall in Houston, and it was massive. It had like 20 plus locations that you can visit, and all 20 had different things. Like all of them were different. And over here, you're gonna get the same thing. You get chicken, you get tacos, you get your basic food, and it's still good, but you need a variety, man.
Have you ever thought about hosting a food festival?
Never.
Why not?
Never crossed my mind.
Yeah, you should do that.
How would I go about that?
Partner with other foodie people. Partner with restaurants. Reach out to them, like, hey, I want to host a food festival. Try to get some permits. See who's out there. Try to get some sponsorships.
That sounds dope. That sounds really dope. But that's literally never crossed my mind. I didn't even know if I could do that.
I think a Fort Worth food festival will go crazy.
I know it's like next to my house. They'll have like, it used to be every Sunday, but I think it's only for like seasonal, and they'll have like different things there. But it's like very basic. It's like, lemonades and like,
Oh, that's like a farmer market.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was looking for. It's like a farmer's market, but yeah, food fest. Yeah, they definitely need that. They have a few in like Arlington and Fort Worth every now and then, but it's like a taco festival. It's like a specific niche. There's no variety. It's just specific.
Yeah, I think you would be dope to really partner and really bring that energy for like a food festival out here.
Yeah.
Just to show us the different kind of foods that's even in Fort Worth.
Yeah. There's this place. It's a bunch of food trucks. I forgot. It's in Alliance. I forget what it's called. The Truck Yard, and they got a bunch of different food trucks over there. I've never been personally, and I'm hoping there's variety, but it's a very like family oriented type stuff. Like you can get drinks. They got a Ferris wheel over there, and it's open all the time pretty much. So maybe that's something I need to check out myself as well.
Yeah, most definitely. So Z Who Eats.
Yes, sir.
How has the journey been for you in social media of your food reviews? And it seems like you do a lot of food reviews of like random things at fast food spots.
Yes.
Why is that your niche, or is that something that just kind of came about?
Honestly, that's what I could afford, right? So, I'm trying to get into the food world more and more, right? So I want to, of course, expand out to more local mom and pop shops. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to connect with the audience a little bit more, because everyone has fast food around them, right? So whenever I ask, like, hey, where should I go? People know fast food spots. They're like, hey, you need to go to this fast food and try this specific item. And it's like a fast food hack type. So it's very easy for people to connect with me whenever they see me going out to fast food, because they can go out and eat that stuff and, try it for themselves. Whereas if I go to like a mom and pop shop, it's something that's very local. A lot of people would want to see that because it's not something that they have, but it's also like, dang, I can't go try that out myself. So I kind of want to connect with the audience more in the fast food spot, but I'm also trying to expand. I'll dink and dabble into different local spots as well to see what the audience is liking. I've realized like fast food stuff gets a lot more engagement. Not necessarily views, but more engagement, as in comments and stuff. I've tried local spots multiple times, and it's not really like no comments. No one's really saying anything. So at that point, I'm thinking they're just not interested. So I want to, of course, stick with the fast food, but I want to expand out at the same time and try out different cuisines, because there's a lot of things, like I said, I haven't tried. I'm still new. I haven't tried a lot of things, and so I want to try out more and more different things. Also, I'm very limited to my time as well. So, I don't own a car, right? So I have to use whatever car's at home at what time. And if, I got 3 older brothers and they all use their cars, right, at all times. So I only have maybe 20 minutes to go get 2 or 3 food reviews done, or 30 minutes this time. If I have a few hours, which is very rare, I'll go out a little further out and I'll have time to wait. Because fast food, you can order on the app, you can get there, get it immediately, do a food review on it. It's nice and quick, right? With something local, most spots don't really have apps, and it's going to take 15 or 20 minutes just for them to make it, because it's all like fresh. So it becomes a little limited when it comes to time. I just don't have too much on my plate right now. So once I can get my own car and stuff, yeah, we're going to be sitting and waiting for hours. I don't mind, and we're going to expand out. So it's a work in progress, man. So I really just started this as a hobby. I didn't expect anything to come out of it. It's just something I really enjoy doing. And I'm not big or anything like that, but I've seen like people enjoy it, which I would have never thought. I just posted it because I enjoyed it. But the fact that other people are starting to enjoy it and they starting to get to know who I am a little bit more, my personality, I'm still camera shy, right? So I can't give my whole personality to the camera just yet because I feel very reserved. But that's something that we're working on, and it's just going to take some time, you know? So once we get in the hang of that, the content's going to get better, the editing's going to get better, the personality's going to start to grow. So you'll see a huge growth as I go. I've only been doing this for a little over a year, so hopefully by this time next year, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about, not only with what I'm saying, but in the content that I produce.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, we see the growth, bro. Like, you know me, I pay attention on social media. I know you from the crypto space.
Yes.
I didn't know you more from the food space, but I watch your stuff and I pay attention to what you do, and I see like your growth, bro.
Well, I appreciate that very much, man. It's something, like I said, it was a hobby. I didn't expect anything of it, so I just made it for fun. And now I just enjoy it so much. Like, I wake up and I'm just like, I can't wait to do a food review today. Like, I genuinely wake up enjoying it. And it's just like, cool, now I got something else I can do.
How do you differentiate yourself from other food reviews and food bloggers?
I mean, I think the one thing that anyone can differentiate themselves from anyone else is just being themselves. Because I say it in my videos, like, no one can be me better than me, right? So if you like my personality, that's what it's more of my personality. I'm not really saying anything crazy. I'm not, wild. I'm not hot takes and stuff like that. I'm a very chill, reserved person, and I like to have fun with my food reviews. And like I said, the more I can be myself, the more personality I can show, hopefully the more people can start gravitating towards it, because I like to mix my content up as well. I don't only do just food reviews. I'll do like food updates, like, hey, this fast food is coming out with this brand new stuff. I like to do like just pinch in some motivational stuff, because I really enjoy that. I enjoy like inspiring and motivating and talking about life stuff, so I kind of incorporate that. So my content, it's a little bit more diverse, I guess you can say. And also, I have zero problem like being myself. If I don't like something, I'm gonna just say I don't like it, and a lot of people might like it, right? So I don't really think that there's anything crazy that differentiates me from anyone else, other than I'm just myself, and I'm 100% okay being myself. And I feel like a lot of people, maybe not in the food space, but in other spaces, I feel like they have to put on an act, right? And they have to, it's so hard whenever you're not yourself. It's so hard to hold that act, and it's so hard to be someone that you're not, that eventually your audience is going to be like, okay, this isn't actually this person. Like, he's clearly putting on a show for us, right? That's not the case with me. Is what you see is what you get. Off camera, on camera, I'm the exact same person. You won't see me switch up. You won't see me go a different way. I'm the same person as I am in every single video. You don't really see anything crazy. I'll be honest, I say a couple sus things, right? But that's just, like I said, that's just my personality. That's just how I am. I know some people be like, oh, you're gay and all that. It's like, bro, we're just trying to have fun here, right? It's to good food and good vibes. We're having a good vibe. It's not that serious. So I like to have fun. Some people take it serious. Some people, enjoy it. So that's why I said, like, you come to watch my videos, you come to watch me as a person, and if you mess with it, you mess with it. If you don't, I understand. I'm not the cup of tea for everybody. I'm more chill. I'm maybe not the most entertaining. I don't say wild things too often, and we'll just see. As my personality grows, I'll probably end up being a little bit more energetic and wild, because that is kind of my personality as well. But until I get to that point, I'm in no rush. And that's one thing I told myself is, you're not in a race with anybody. Like, I can't compare myself to Keith Lee. I can't compare myself to Mr. Chime Time and all these, great food reviewers. I'm myself. Okay, so if I get there, I get there, and it'll happen. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Then it's just not meant to be, and it is what it is. It's a hobby of mine. I'm not taking this as a job per se. I just genuinely enjoy doing it, and until I stop enjoying doing it, then I'm just gonna keep doing it.
So what is your palate? What is your taste palette like? Like, if you had to describe like what makes a good food or a good review, what would that look like?
Honestly, I like heavy seasoned food, right? I don't like my food to be salt and just pepper. I like it to be a mixture, because I'm brown, so we come from a lot of different spices and stuff like that. So I like a good spicy food, but I don't want it to be spicy but with no flavor, right? I like it to be spicy and flavorful to where I want a bite and I want to go for another bite and another bite and another bite. And it's burning my mouth, but it's just so good. I just want to keep eating it, you know? So my palate is also, it's fairly simple. It's not hard to impress me. I eat a lot of fast food and I think it's really good. Taco Bell is my favorite spot of all time, and no one can take that from me. That's the one thing people hate me for saying, but Taco BZ is my favorite spot. It's my favorite fast
Taco
food.
Bell's not bad eats.
It's great eat. What you mean not bad? It's great. It's top tier. Look, you want real authentic Mexican food, you go to Taco Bell. Okay? That's what I got to say. And you want to hate on me, that's fine. Everyone does. But Taco Bell's nacho fries are the best in the game.
That's a fact.
That's the 100%. I only speak facts. Okay, I only speak facts.
Those nacho fries were fire.
Absolutely, and like I said, whenever I go live on my streams or whenever I'm eating Taco Bell, people will just troll, be like, Taco Bell sucks, or Taco Bell's not, or I hate Arby's. I genuinely, from the bottom of my soul, I've had it one time and I hated every moment of it.
You didn't like the ground beef, the roast pork, the roast beef?
I don't even know what I think I had the roast beef sandwich. It was terrible.
I heard Arby's food is actually really good though.
Well, you heard wrong. Okay, I don't know what to tell you. I heard a lot of good things about Arby's, so I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and try this out. I got like 4 different things, and they all sucked. Maybe I got it at a wrong location. Maybe I didn't get the right thing. I don't know what it is, but I had their beef and cheddar. That's what I had, and it was terrible.
Was it dry? Like, what was wrong with it?
It was dry, too much meat. Pause. It was like no flavor. Their mozzarella sticks were the best thing that I had, and that was like I don't even know what I gave it, maybe a 6 out of 10. And so that just tells you everything about it. Like I said, location when it comes to fast food matters a lot, right? So maybe I just got it at a bad location. Maybe I just got the wrong things, and I don't know. I hate Arby's, and every time I'm going to Taco Bell, he'd be like, this guy's the #1 Arby's fan. He loves Arby's. He hates Taco Bell. They just be trolling. And I like that community. I like the trolling community because they know how to have fun. We don't take things too serious. If I say something, they know it's a joke. It's something to laugh about. So I really enjoy the community that I have and the people that watch. It may not be the most amount of people that watch, but I don't care. The people that are there are the ones that I like to spend my time with and engage with. It's just a fun time. I'd rather 6 people watch my videos and all 6 people have good, vibes and attitude and be funny than 150 and people watching and all 150 are just rude, taking things too serious and just hate my guts.
Nah, I feel that, bro. I feel that. So what is the highest rated place you've given thus far?
Bro, I'm telling you, the spot that we're going to right now, okay, Caribbean Kitchen. It's some of the best. It's the first time I've ever had Jamaican food in my life. Okay, so I'm not a Jamaican food fanatic, but when I put that oxtail in my mouth, it was oh my goodness. My mind was lost for words. Bro, when I tell you, I turned the camera off and I was done with my review and I just kept eating. I literally just kept eating. I couldn't put it down to go to my next review. I just kept eating. And I don't know if it is the best oxtails and rice. I don't know if it is the best, cabbage and vegetables. I don't know if it is the best rice and peas. But it is by far the best thing I have ever ate in my entire life.
I'm excited because, like I said, New York is the mecca of Caribbean food. And I've had a lot of oxtails. I've had a lot of curry goat. I've had a good amount of Rasta pasta and baked mac and cheese. So we're going to definitely see what this place is hitting for because I'm interested in seeing what that Rasta pasta is hitting for. And I'm definitely going to try that curry goat. I hope the curry goat's good, though, because people be making curry goat differently. And depending on who makes it, it could be either really good or really trash.
I didn't have their curry goat, so I can't speak on that. I've never had curry goat before. But like I said, you're more of an expert. You've had multiple times. You know what it's like. You're like with Jamaican food the way I am with like tacos. I've had tacos everywhere. I love tacos, and that's what I expert on. This might be your expertise, and it might be trash, but it's good to me. Okay, and if it isn't one of the better ones, I can't wait to try out something that you really enjoy.
My last question, not my last question, but the question I was curious: what's the difference between Muzzy, Eth, and Z who eats? Like, what's the difference between those two personalities?
Look, I got a whole variety of names. All right, Muzzy is my gaming name. All right, you want the more competitive side of me, you talk to Muzzy. You want the more chill food review funny guy, more chill food review funny guy, that's Z who eats. If you want Z, that's my actual, like, that's me. That's more, not really serious, but more like deep thoughts, deep talks, you know, more life-based, more career-based, more motivational type. So all those personalities are 100% me. You'll just get a different personality depending on which one you're talking to. So I think the Muzzy one is a very loud one. Like I said, I have a wild side. That's more of a wild side. It's a loud, you know, I get really into the game. I'll tell people they're trash. I have zero problem saying that because that's just how I am. The Z who eats is more chill, reserved, laid back, you know, funny here and there. And then Z is more serious. So I like to have a mixture of all of those, and I pretty much do all three of those in every single day. All three personalities every single day, and that's what keeps me sane.
I love that. My final question before we get this food, because I'm looking at that clock and I'm waiting till it hits 4
I'm staring
o'clock.
at it.
Yeah, I'm waiting with that 4 o'clock because I want that rasta pasta. What is your goals for what you do? Like, what do you hope to accomplish with all the things that you do?
That's a great question. I kind of ask myself that quite often as well. And as far as goals go and like the food review stuff, like hopefully one day I can travel the world and eat food for a living, right? But I also realize that may be 5, 10, 15 years from now, because most people starting on social media, they think they can make it in a year or two, which realistically it can happen, but you got to get really, really lucky, right? And I kind of have a realistic mindset of it might take me another 5 years. It might take me another 10 years. So that's the ultimate goal, is travel and eat food, right? Right now, short-term goals is kind of what I struggle with. I have a lot of long-term goals in play, but short-term goals, I'm kind of like, man, right now what I'm focused on by the end of this year, I want to get my car, and I want to find a way to get income without working for somebody, right? I just can't stand being told what to do. So I want to generate some sort of income without clocking in and clocking out. I want to work on my own time. And once I can do that, I want to get more into my investing, more into my research about, you know, kind of like you mentioned, crypto stuff. I really enjoy that. And that's kind of like my short term. I don't really have too many short term. Long term, I'm a very long term thinker, and that's kind of what I base my life upon. So short term, I still got a lot to think about when it comes to that, because I'm really not sure. Like, all I know is I want my car, so my car is more of an investment than like a purchase, right? It's more of, I want my car so I can do more food reviews whenever I want, instead of having to wait on the car to be available and having a certain time limit and stuff like that. I want to be able to do my food reviews and take it to the next level. And once I can do that, I just feel like things will fall in place whenever things fall in place, right? And I have my plans, and God's plans are probably God's plans are a lot bigger than what I have planned. And if he doesn't think I'm ready for that, all I ask for whenever I pray is, I may not be ready for your plans, but please help me get ready for what is to come. Like, how can I prepare? How can I be ready for when the time comes? I'm prepared, and I can't let that opportunity go. I need to take advantage of it full throttle.
Nah, that's dope. That's dope. If people want to follow you, connect with you, where can they go to do that?
TikTok, Instagram, the letter Z, who eats, all in one. You'll be able to comment, send me messages. I reply to every single message I get. I don't really get them much, but I'm more than happy connecting with people. People I've never talked to will send me a message. Most of the time it's nice stuff. Sometimes it's bad stuff. It doesn't matter to me. I just want to connect with my people, right? And I want to show love to other people, and I just want to be there for people that don't even know who I am, but I want them to know they do know who I am, without physically meeting me or talking to me, if that makes sense. Like, they know who I am. I'm being there for them. I don't care, about the rest. Just, you message me with something serious, it can be life stuff. It can be like a funny comment. It can be stupid. It can be hate. Whatever it is, message me. I will reply to it. And it's always love at the end of the day.
Last question. Perfect meal. If you had to have one last meal to eat, what's your go-to meal that you're going to get?
The one I'm getting today.
Okay, and that is what?
Oxtails and rice with peas with that cabbage.
Sheesh.
I'm telling you right now, it's the best food I've ever had. I need to expand my palate, but for right now, if I'm gone tomorrow and I was asked that question, that is exactly what I would be getting.
Would you be willing to share one of your oxtails with me? I know that's a big ask, but they only give you like 4 oxtails.
You gonna have to pay up.
That's real. That's real. All right. Well, thank you so much for tuning in to Talk Ain't Cheap. Like I said, make sure y'all follow the brand Talk Ain't Cheap Network on all platforms, and follow me, the Cletus Group, on all platforms. And like I said, you're tuning in to Talk Ain't Cheap. It's not that deep. It's a vibe. Shout out to my bro Muzzy.